Your zone number was never built to tell you when to plant. I used to plant by the calendar. Every September 1st, I'd toss spinach seed in the ground. Half of it rotted. The other half just sat there, sulking. Turns out the zone map only tracks winter cold. It says nothing about your soil right now. So here's the hidden variable that actually runs this whole video. The number that matters this month isn't your zone. It's the number on this thermometer, and it's about to change everything you plant in the next 4 weeks. I dug through university trial data this summer, and one line stopped me cold. Maryland's Extension Office has a trick for fall crops. They don't just count back the days on the seed packet, they add 2 extra weeks. Because shorter days slow growth, even when the temperature is fine. So that 55-day lettuce on your seed packet, in September, using their method, you're planting more like a 69-day crop. I didn't believe it until I timed my own bed against it, and Purdue backs up the other half of the problem in writing. Their own fall gardening guide says it flat out, lettuce, peas, and spinach seed will not germinate well once soil hits 85 degrees. So if you're gardening in zone 8 or 9, September isn't cool season. It's still summer underground. I checked my own thermometer at 9 in the morning, 2 inches down, 7 days straight, and averaged it. That's the real fall start date, not September 1st. pH matters here too, but not the way people say. Garlic wants 6 to 7, spinach wants closer to 7.5. Push nitrogen hard right now, and you're not helping. You're growing tender leaves that die the second frost hits. Moderate nitrogen, real phosphorus if your soil test says you're low. That's it. Here's where I had to correct myself on camera, because I was repeating this advice too. Plant garlic in September. I said that on camera last year. Then I found a Missouri state trial that planted garlic on 4 different fall dates across back-to-back years. First year, the early plantings, September and early October, came out ahead. Second year, same fields, same varieties, mid-October and early November plantings won instead. Same garlic, same state, 2 different winners, 2 years apart. Kansas researchers found something similar. Good bulbs across a window stretching from late September all the way to late November. The penalty only showed up if you waited until winter. So the real rule isn't a date. It's this: plant garlic when it can grow roots without throwing up a big, tender top before winter hits. In a cold zone 5 garden, that's early. In a warm zone 8 or 9 bed, that's often October or later. And this is where the zone problem gets stranger. The same hot September soil that's too early for your lettuce. For some cover crops, it's already running out of time. Cornell tracked hairy veg planted before September 15th against veg planted after. The early planting produced up to 5,000 pounds of biomass per acre. The late planting, unreliable. Some of it didn't even survive winter. Rye followed the same pattern in Cornell's numbers: strong growth from a late August to mid-September seeding, and a real drop in biomass by the time you get to mid-October. So in one bed, you might be waiting on soil to cool down. In the bed right next to it, you might already be late. That's not a contradiction. That's just what happens when one calendar month has to cover 5 different zones and a dozen different crops. I got this one wrong for years too. Purple leaves in fall. I used to dump phosphorus on them. But cold soil can block phosphorus uptake even when there's already plenty in the ground. So before you feed it, check the weather, not just the leaf. Compare that to yellowing that starts on the oldest leaves first, working upward. That one's usually real nitrogen hunger, not weather. And if leaves look twisted, sticky, or clustered with tiny gray-green bugs underneath, that's aphids, not cold, not nitrogen. Extension offices in the Southeast are actually seeing more aphid pressure in cool fall weather, not less. Fall doesn't mean the bugs clock out, so here's what I actually do now. 3 steps, 0 cost. 1. Before you plant anything, take your soil's temperature at 2 inches 9 in the morning for a week. Average it. That number won't replace your frost date, but it'll get you a lot closer than the calendar alone. 2. Match your nitrogen to the season. Light on nitrogen, adequate phosphorus and potassium if your soil test calls for it. Skip the automatic bone meal. Plenty of soils already have enough. 3. Walk your beds every few days and actually look. Purple means cold, not hunger. Yellow from the bottom means hunger. Sticky and twisted means bugs. 3 different problems, 3 different leaf signs. Don't treat them the same. I used to think September was just a date on a seed packet. Now I think of it as a conversation with the ground. It tells you when it's ready, if you actually listen. That question about October, that's the next video. Because for a lot of you watching from Zone 8 or 9, I think your best planning window hasn't even opened yet.